what we're looking at here is the angle of elevation and the angle of depression in various word problems. So first of all, what are these ideas? In this visual here, if you consider the line of sight as kind of your horizontal, right? The angle of elevation is anything that, if you were to tilt your eye upwards, it would be anything over here. So this would be your elevation angle. Okay, whereas if you were to look downwards from the horizontal, this would be your depression angle. Okay, so it's angle of elevation, angle of depression is always measured relative to some horizontal line. Let's take a look at this in a word problem. So we're given this scenario here. The angle of elevation to the top of a flagpole is 18 degrees from a point 40 meters from the base of the pole. We want to find the height of the flagpole. So I'm going to assume that my individual is down here. And to simplify the problem, instead of having it, have this individual have some height, because technically if they were looking up, they would look like from there, I'm going to assume that the individual is just a point on the floor. And when they're looking up, they're looking straight up there. Now, the angle of elevation, if this is like your, line of sight over here, will be 18 degrees. That's given in the problem by this piece of information. The other thing we know is that we are 40 meters from the base of the flagpole. So 40 meters from here to here. And what I can do is put in a right angle to indicate that it's 90 degrees, and we want to find the height. So this should be a straightforward SOHCAHTOA question. Let me just write that down. TOA, and identify what piece of information we have. We have the angle, which is our reference angle of 18. We have our adjacent side, and we have our opposite side. So we have the adjacent, and we have the opposite, which is what we're looking for. Well, what in SOHCAHTOA has both opposite and adjacent in it? It's the tan function. So let's set up our equation. We're going to write tan of 18 degrees equals opposite over adjacent, which is 40. And now I'm going to solve. I'll do this by bringing the 40 in the denominator up here, or you can think of it as multiplying both sides by 40, so that I get 40 times tan of 18 degrees equals x. And again, that's not something I can do in my head, so I'm going to bring the calculator over. And let's clear it first and do over here is our question. Let's do 1/8. Always make sure it's in degrees first. 1/8, and we're going to do tangent. And then, sorry, let me clear that up. 18 tangent, and then we're going to multiply that by 40. And we end up with 12.9, or if we want to, we can round it to 13 meters. And that is the height of the flagpole in this scenario.